Welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Magic the Gathering Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Commander deck. Upgrades unleashed. Thanks to Otto the Metalkake, you are the man. So if you wanna see what's happening with Otto and me, just check out my latest 2 videos. It's called Mystery Trade with Otto the Metalkake. And yeah, he sent me this commander deck and we're gonna open it up now and see what's inside. So stay tuned. We are back. Here it is. Let's open it up and see what we will get. Ooh, yes. So here's the deck. It's just something else. Okay, we have nothing else over here. Some counters. Cool artwork. But that's it. Yeah, that's it. So let's put this thing back. I think I will put it on a shelf. Right behind me. Somewhere over here or here. I'm not really sure about that, where to put it, but I will put it on a shelf. So yeah. Alright, and here is the deck box with the cool artwork. Open it up. Ooh, that's cool. Let's see. So there's some spacer. Then we have this little booklet. We'll take a look at this. So it's a little bit old, maybe 1 or 2 years old, I think. Upgrades unleashed. That's a beautiful poster. Oh yeah, cool. Jisho, the Shattered Blade. Can't wait. I can't wait to see this. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, we have those promo stuff. We have a life counter. Kamigawa life counter. Ooh, that's sick. Ooh, I love this dragon. That's nice. I think we're gonna take a look at every card. So, and we're gonna read everything just to see what they can do. Maybe it will explain the deck. So let's take a look. So this is our main commander. Our main commander. It's a plastic card, so it's a little bit thicker than the normal ones. So we're gonna take a look at him later. But I love those. So you still have the card and have this one separately. You can also use this as your commander. So that's cool. I love to use those as my commander. And to keep this other card for another deck maybe. So we have some tokens. We have a spirit token. A spirit token. A spirit token. Treasure. Again. And again. Then we have another spirit with menace. Smoke blessing token enchantment aura. Enchant creature. When enchanted creature dies, it deals 1 damage to its controller and you create a treasure token. Oh, that sounds cool. Okay, and on the back side we have Phyrexian Germ. Another spirit. Saproling. A plant. Spirit. A beast. Smoke blessing again. Whoa, that's sick. Look at this elemental. A goblin, sure, why not? And another treasure token. So those are the tokens. So let's take a look at the main thing over here. The deck. Let's see what those cards can do. Where is it? Over here. smell of new cards is a good smell. So, let go. Okay, so we have those two commanders. This is how to play, so not important. So let's first take a look at our commanders. So we have Shishiro, the Shadow Blade over here. It's a snake samurai. Whenever an aura or equipment enters the battle under your control, create a 2/2 red spirit creature token with menace. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each modified creature you control. Equipment, auras you control, and counters are modifications. Whoa, he's pretty strong. That's cool. Who's next? Oh, whoa, who are you? Kaima, the Fractured Calm. The spirit, okay, cool. At the beginning of your end step, goad each creature your opponents control that's enchanted by an aura you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on Kaima, the Fractured Calm, for each creature goaded this way. Okay, cool. Until your next turn, the goaded creature attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you if able. Okay, that's a cool thing. That's cool. Oh, I can't decide. I think Shishiro will be my commander for sure. And now we have the rest of the deck. So let's take a look at each and every card to see what we're gonna get. So first of all, we have Aki Battle Squad. Creature Goblin Samurai. That's good. Whenever one or more modified creature you control attack, untap all modified creature you control. What? Okay, after this combat phase, there is an additional combat phase. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, that's a really sick card. I love this deck already. I already love this deck. So, then we have Collision of Realms. Each player shuffles all creature they own into their library. Each player who shuffled a non-token creature into their library this way reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. Then puts the card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of the library in a random order. Okay. Then we have Kami of Celebration. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Ooh. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Cool. Oh, I like this deck. Komainu Battle Armor. Oh, equipment and dog. Menace. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has menace. Whenever Komainu Battle Armor or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, goad each creature that player controls. What? Okay, that's a really sick thing. Oh, sick. And of course, reconfigure 4. Whoa, that's a sick deck. Smoke Spirits 8. For each of, it's a sorcery, for each of up to X target creatures, create a red aura enchantment token named Smoke Blessing attached to that creature. Those tokens have enchant creature, and when enchant creature dies, oh yeah, those are tokens, yeah. That's cool. Then we have Unquenchable Fury, enchantment aura. Enchant creature has, whenever this creature attacks, it deals X damage to defending player, where X is the number of cards in their hand. Ooh. When Unquenchable Fury is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to your hand. What? Okay, that's sick. It's like, it sounds like a never-ending story, so that's cool. Then we have Ascendant Acolyte or Acolyte. Human Monk. Ascendant Acolyte. I think in German we would say Acolyte. So yeah, enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each +1/+1 counter among the creatures you control. Okay, that's cool. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on. Okay, wow. Okay, that's sick. Those are really, really cool cards. Then we have Concord with the Kami enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, choose one or more. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature with a counter on it. Draw a card if you control an enchantment creature, or create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token if you control an equipped creature. So really, really good cards. Then we have Kosei Penitent Warlord? Penitent? Huh. Well, we have Kosei over here. It's a ogre samurai. As long as Kosei Warlord is enchanted, equipped, and has a counter on it, Kosei has whenever Kosei deals combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards, and Kosei deals that much damage to each other opponent. Okay, that's sick. Those are really, really cool cards. One with the Kami. Flash, enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature or another modified creature you control dies, create X 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens where X is the creature's power. Cool. Okay, it's a equipment deck, I think. So now I get a feeling for this deck, so that's cool. Equipment, enchantments, everything. Then we have Rampant. What? Rampant Rejuvenator? Maybe? It's a creature plant Hydra. Rampant enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. When Rampant dies, search your library for up to X basic land cards where X is Rampant's power, but put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay, that's a cool card. Silk God instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures you control. Auras, equipment, and modified creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Sick. Tanuki Transplanter. Oh, that's cute. Artifact creature, equipment, dog. Whenever Tanuki Transplanter or equipped creature attacks, add an amount of forest tokens, green tokens, green mana, equal to its power. Now we have it. Until the end of until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Wow. Reconfigure 3. Agitator Ant. Oh yeah, look at this ant. Creature insect. At the beginning of your end step, each player may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature they control. Goad each creature that had counters put on it this way. Okay, this goad thing is really, really cool. Chain Reaction. Sorcery. Chain Reaction deals X damage to each creature where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. All creatures on the battlefield. Oh, sick! That's pretty strong. Chaos Warp. The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it onto the battlefield. Okay. Elemental Mastery. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has tap, create X1 X11 red elemental creature tokens with haste, where X is this creature's power. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. Goblin Race Runners. So you can pay one I don't know, one normal, not one. What's it called in English? In German we say beliebig. So you can play a red and something else mana to sacrifice a land. Wow, okay, sacrifice a land. Put a +1/+1 counter on goblin race runners. At the beginning of your end step, you may have goblin race runners deal damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it to target player or planeswalker. Wow, planeswalker damage. Then we have Cranko Tin Street Kingpin. Legendary creature Goblin. Whenever Cranko Tin Street Kingpin attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then create a number of 1/1 red Goblin creature tokens equal to Cranko's power. That's cool. Then we have Ox of Agonas. Agonas? Creature Ox. When Ox of Agonas enters the battle, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. Escape. You pay 2 red mana, exile 8 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Okay, now I can understand. Ox of Agonas escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. Sick. Then we have Shifting Shadows. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has haste, and at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy this creature. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put a card onto the battlefield and attach Shifting Shadows to it. Then put all other cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. Starstorm. Oh, that looks cool. Starstorm deals X damage to each creature. Cycling. 3. Discard this card, draw a card. Then we have Tauren Mauler. He's a shapeshifter. Changeling. This card is every creature type. Ooh, cool. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Tauren Mauler. Oh, cool. Bear Umbra. I think I know this card. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has, whenever this creature attacks, untap all lands you control. Totem Armor. If enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. Wow. Okay, that's sick. Those are pretty good cards. Well, I like it already. Champion of Lamphold. Human warrior. Creatures with power less than Champion of Lamphold's power can't block creatures you control. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of Lamphold. Forgotten Ancient. Elemental. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient. Well, everything works with +1/+1 counter. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counter from Forgotten Ancient onto their other creatures. Ooh, that's cool. And another Hydra. It's called Genesis Hydra. When you cast a spell, reveal the top X cards of your library. You may put a non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield, then shuffle the rest into your library. Genesis Hydra enters the battle with X +1/+1 counters on it. That's pretty sick. I already love this deck. I will play it in my next commander round. For sure. So we have Primal Protector. Creature Avatar. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature your opponents control. Easy. Opponents. So, every opponent. When Primal Protector enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. Ooh, that's sick. That's really sick. I like him. So we have an Elf Druid. Rishkar Pima Renegade. When Rishkar enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tap and add 1 green mana. That's cool. Rishkar's Expertise. Sorcery or Expertise. In Germany we would call it Expertise, so maybe Expertise or Expertise. I don't know how the English speaking people will pronounce it. So I go with expertise. Okay. Oh no. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. You may cast a spell with mana value 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Wow, that's sick. Shamanic Revelation, sorcery. Draw a card for each creature you control. Ferocious. You gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Wow! That's cool. Soul's Majesty. Over here. Sorcery. Draw cards equal to the power of target creature you control. Sparebreaker Behemoth. Creature Beast. Indestructible. Oh, that's very good. For 1 mana, target creature with power 5 or greater gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay, that's sick. That's really sick. Then we have Whip Tongue Hydra. Another Hydra. Lizard Hydra. Reach. When Whip Tongue Hydra enters the battlefield, destroy all creatures with flying. What? Put a +1/+1 counter on Whip Tongue Hydra for each creature destroyed this way. What? Okay, that's sick. Then we have Decimate or Decimate. I think Decimate. In German, it would call it Dezimieren, so I think Decimate. Sorcery. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. What? That's sick. What? What? Okay, that looks so sick. That looks whoa. Okay, that looks incredible. Unlashed the Hate Seed. Alien Hydra. Unleash the Hate Seed enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other red creature you control, and a +1/+1 counter on it for each other green creature you control. For 1 mana, remove a +1/+1 counter from Unlashed. Choose 1. Unlashed deals 1 damage to target creature, or create a 1/1 green sprawling creature token. That's a sick thing. Whoa! Black Blade Reforged. Oh, no. Legendary Artifact Equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. What? Okay. For each land you control. Equipped legendary creature 3, equip 7. Okay, that's a really expensive card, but it's worth it. Bone Horde. Artifact Equipment. Living Weapon. When this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 black Phyrexian Germ creature token, then attach this to it. Oh, okay, now I understand. Equipped creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Equip 2. What? Okay, that's sick. Sword of Vengeance. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has first strike, vigilance, tremble, and haste. Oh, that's sick. Then we have Cinderglade. Cinderglade enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. That's a cool card. I love double colored lands. Exotic Orchard. Tap for add 1 mana of any color that a land and opponent controls could produce. Game Trail. As Game Trail enters the battlefield, you may reveal a mountain or forest card from your hand. If you don't, Game Trail enters the battlefield tapped. That's good. So we have Mossfire Valley. You tap it for 1 mana and add a red or green. And we have it 2 times. Yeah, because it's a land. Okay, cool. Oran Reef the Westwood. Oran Reef Westwood enters this battlefield tapped. So you can tap it for a green mana or put a +1/+1 counter on each green creature that entered the battlefield this turn. So that's a good card. Then we have Raging Ravine, I think. So it enters the battlefield tapped. And could tap it for a green or red mana. So if I pay 4 mana with 1 green and 1 red, Until the end of turn, raging raven becomes a 3/3 red and green elemental creature with, whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's still a land. That's sick. Then we have Temple of Abandon. It comes tapped, but when it enters the battlefield, you have scry 1 and get a green or red mana. And now we have the normal cards. So those are only the rare cards. This was only rare cards. Yeah, rare and I think mythic, some of them. So that's cool. So now let's move on with the rest of the deck. So we have Orochi, Merge Keeper, Snake Druid. So you can tap it and get 1 green mana, or as long as Orochi is modified, it has 2. Oh, it creates 2 green mana, so that's cool. Then we have Invigorating Hot Spring. So the spring enters the battlefield with 4+1/+1 counter on it. Modified creatures you control have haste. Remove a +1/+1 counter of the hot springs. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcerer and only once each turn. Wow, that's cool. That's a pretty good card. Towashi Guide Bot. Artifact creature construct. When Towashi Guide Bot enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. For 4 mana and tap, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each modified creature you control. That's cool. Walking Skyscraper. Artifact creature construct. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each modified creature you control. Trample and Walking Skyscraper has hexproof as long as it's untapped. Sick. Sick. Acid Slime. Of course, there have to be a slime. Death Touch, Ooze. When acidic slime enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. Beast Within. Instant. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token. Fertilite? I'm not sure about that, but I call it Fertilite. No. Creature Elemental. Fertilite enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counter on it. You can pay 2 mana and 1 green with 1 green. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Fertilite. Target player searches their library for basic land card, puts it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffles. That's cool. Then we have Hunter's Insight. Choose target creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw that many cards. Kodama's Reach. Arcane. Sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards, but put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, then shuffle. That's a good card. Loyal Guardian, Rhino, Trample, Lieutenant. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control your commander, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And I forgot to mute my phone. Now I did. Ordeal of Nylea. Enchantment Aura, Enchant Creature. Whenever enchant creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then if it has 3 or more +1/+1 counter on it, sacrifice Ordeal of Nylea. When you sacrifice Ordeal, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle. That's cool. Rampant Growth. Search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle. Sakura Tribe Elder. Snake Shaman. Sacrifice Sakura Tribe Elder, search your library for a basic land card, put a card onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Snake Umbra. Enchantment Aura. Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. Totem Armor. If enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. Westward Surge. Sorcery. Kick of 4. So if you pay 4, you may pay an additional 4 as you cast this spell. Okay. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle. If this spell was kicked, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Wow, okay, that's cool. Oh! He looks really funny. Grumgully the Generous. Goblin Shaman, legendary creature. Each other non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Ooh, Mage Slayer. Equipment. Whenever equipment creature attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Equip 3. Ooh, Rhythm of the Wild. Enchantment. Creature spells you control can't be countered. That's cool. Non-token creatures you control have Riot. They enter the battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Wow, that's sick. That's really, really sick. Wait, we have a concert signet here. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Fire Shrieker. Sorry. Equipment creature has double strike. Equip 2. That's good. Well, of course we have to add a soul ring. Add 2 mana. Swift Foot Boots. Artifact equipment. Equipment creature has hexproof and haste. Equip 1. Okay, I have to drink something. Oh yeah. Now let's move on. Command Tower. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Ghoul Turf. Enter the battlefield tapped. When Ghoul Turf enters the battlefield, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Okay, not that good. Opal Palace. Add 1 mana, or you pay 1 and tap it. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. If you spend this mana to cast your commander, it enters the battlefield with a number of additional +1/+1 counters on it, equal to the number of times it's been cast from the commander zone in this game. Okay. Then we have mountains. I think we're done for this. We have those mountains. The mountains. And we have the forests. Yeah. So that's it, folks. That's it, folks. This was the deck, so I think it's a really, really, really sick deck. I think it's also pretty strong. So I will try it out the next time I'm gonna play. So it will be maybe next week or on Friday this week. So I'm not sure when I have the time to play another game with my boys. But when I will play this deck and just try it out, because it looks and it sounds really, really funny. And I think I will annoy some people with this deck, so I think I will have my fun with the round. But yeah, you never know, because some of them play really, really strong decks. So I hope that this will work. And yeah, we will see if it's gonna be worth it. So thank you again, Otto, for this deck. I hope you liked my opening. I hope you liked this video, guys. And I think I will see you in my next English video again, or maybe my stream. So yeah, just come on, check out, and let me know what you think about this deck. That would be cool. Just let me know. What do you think? Is this deck good or not? So yeah, and that's it. So thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you guys in another episode or another video or something else. So thank you a lot again, and bye.